I focused on 3 things in my business to hit 10K months as a solopreneur who also took Fridays off. These 3 things might be the thing that's missing from your business in order to hit those bigger picture goals, which means that they might be the 3 things that you need to focus on first if you are stuck trying to get to those 10K months. So in this video, I'm going to break down what those 3 things were that I focused on and how you can implement these in your own business as well. Hey, I'm Jill Wise, a conversion copywriter, brand and marketing strategist, and business coach. And through both my Done For You studio and education platform, I've worked with, coached, and taught literally hundreds of entrepreneurs how to make good money online. And part of that involves teaching other freelancers how to get clients online and how to grow their business to those buzzy milestones like 10K months and beyond through my programs. Before we get started though, I want to get to know you. So please put in the comments, what is one goal that you are working towards in your freelance business right now? You can leave that below and let's get into it. I talk a lot about my build, grow, and scale framework on my channel here, and I can link to those other videos for you, but for the sake of this video, we're going to focus in on the building stage. So the beginner stage of growing your freelance business. When you're in the build stage, it's when you're setting up all the pieces. It's when you're getting everything running correctly and smoothly so that you have clients coming in consistently, you're not worried about revenue, and you just have a solid foundation in place. So with that in mind, the 3 things that I'm going to share with you today all fall within this build category. So what are those 3 things that I focused on to grow my freelance copywriting business to 10K months and beyond? It is this. Number 1 is brand personality. Honestly, I used to show up as a Vanilla Jill online, is what I like to call her. She thought that she had to be professional. She wore a button-up shirt in her brand photos, and she took a lot of her brand photos, posed in front of a laptop, and just like smiling nicely how you would expect somebody to. She also kept her language and messaging fairly professional and honestly dry and sounding a lot like everybody else. But the thing is, once you started to work with that version of me, you realized that there was this whole other part of my personality that wasn't shown in my marketing. And I realized as I started to grow as an entrepreneur that my personality is what kept my clients coming back for more. So that meant I wasn't doing myself any favors by hiding parts of that personality because I thought maybe it wasn't professional enough. While Vanilla Jill, who was playing it safe, did help me grow my business, it's showing up as the real, authentic version of me that was able to push my business way beyond that 6-figure mark. So now the version of me that you see here on YouTube, that you see on Instagram, that you hop on webinars with on Zoom, or if you become a client or join any of my programs, that is all the same version. And this means that all of the clients, or at least the majority of them coming into my world, are already aligned with me and how I do things and the style around here. So it's just such a better fit. And this helped me grow my business, not just for the obvious reasons of attracting more aligned clients, but by removing those who aren't a good fit that would often cause delays in projects or scope creep or just all of those other things that hold you back. I wasn't getting that as much anymore because the ones that were coming into my world were way more aligned and just a better fit. So business ran smoother and revenue increased. So this is why it's so important to have a clear brand message, because your personality, it starts there. It starts with what you are putting out in the world, what you want to be known for, and then how you do it. The second thing that I focused on in order to grow my freelance copywriting business to 10K months and beyond is my sales pipeline. You absolutely need a functioning sales pipeline for your business if you want to grow at all. Without this down to a system, you will never break free of that feast and famine lifestyle so many freelancers are stuck in. And that's because so many of us get caught in this cycle of cold pitching for leads and following job boards and getting low paying gigs. And then we get so busy with all this low paying work that we don't have time for anything else. And then when that work is finished, we don't have anything else to rely on. But if you can set up an inbound, solid sales pipeline, then your leads will come to you while you are doing other things in your business. And having that consistent revenue will free up so much more time for yourself and brain space because you just won't be stressed about where your next project is going to come from. My sales pipeline is down to a system now, which means that it pre-qualifies leads for me before I even get on a discovery call with them so that I know I'm only getting calls on people who are a good fit for our services. My pipeline also worked for me while I was on maternity leave, helping me book new clients while I was on leave and get paid for those projects. And setting up this pipeline early on in my business also helped me with my return to work after leave, as I was focused on refining the business structure and processes so that I could work less and stay home with my baby. So having this in place is really the reason why I was able to do all of these other things, because I wasn't stressed about where the next project or the next client was going to come in. My pipeline was working for me while I was busy doing other things. Now, the third thing that I focused on in order to hit 10K months as a solopreneur and then scale beyond that is profit margins. So of course, this starts with your offers and your pricing. Are they optimized? Is it going to be reasonable for you to actually make this kind of money as a solopreneur with the current state of your offers? What I was guilty of and what I see all too often is people are undercharging for their services, and it would be actually impossible for one person to work that much in a single month in order to hit $10,000. But beyond just optimizing your offers and your rates, I want you to look at other things like your structure and your business expenses and your spending habits. Does all of this actually support you in your revenue goals? Is it possible for you to really hit and sustain those numbers? And how much are you really making at the end of the day? And kind of a tangent or a side note to this is that often I see people who are making these big money months. Maybe they're making $20,000 or $30,000 a month, but their expenses are so high that the founder, the CEO, is still not making more than they were when it was just them. That shows me that it's not actually a revenue problem. It's often something deeper. And when it's something deeper, making more money isn't going to fix this. So that's why when anyone comes to me, especially for the clients inside my mastermind, we always look at your offers and your structure and your budgeting breakdown first, because that shows us where the gaps are. And you can do this simple exercise for yourself too. Just look at the money that's coming in and where it is going out. And ask yourself, can I really work this much in a month in order to hit my goals? Okay, so I will leave you with that. I know that could be a lot to digest for you, and those are hopefully some very clear steps for you to start implementing right away. If you want help with this is something that we do inside Leads on Tap, my signature program, and I can leave that linked for you below. And then it's also something that we take one step further inside my mastermind for other freelancers, copywriters, and marketers. The mastermind is where we truly become and embody that six-figure business self while working fewer hours, because that's really the main goal for a lot of us here. As always, let me know if you have any questions in the comments below, and thank you so much for watching.